Attack on a black woman. Y'all should be. I'm gonna keep quoting Tiffany Hayward. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. Y'all black. Y'all hating on a black woman.
So the question now raises, because they went and dug up all the records of the mobile phones. Can show you my mobile. I'm poor. Hey, wait a second. Before we go, before we continue, don't forget what my name is. Inverse balling from a mouse basis. So I don't have no phones. They cannot get me on this one. I'm a poor guy. I still communicate by Telegram. Anyway, so hey, they went up and dug up all the cell phone data.
They did.
They did. And it might seem that Fanny and Nathan were pushing P. Well, we know Fanny was pushing the P upon Nathan. But the question is, are they both pushing the P of perjury now?
Which is lying in court. Lying on the stand.
They stood there because they said they didn't had any relationship, romantic or plug-in relationship before 2022.
That's what they said.
The cell phone data showed that Nathan was showing up 4 o'clock at night. Oh, no, 11 o'clock at night, and was leaving 4 o'clock, the vicinity of where Fani used to lay her head.
Yeah. There was because there were a couple examples mentioned, right, by Trump's lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
But a couple of other factors. In 2021, I believe they called each other 12,000 times in 11 months' time. So in 11 months, they called each other 12,000 times. That's almost 1,100 times per month. They texted each other continuously as well. Or maybe it was texting as much. I don't know. But in any case, I don't text with anyone that much, let alone someone that I don't know.
I know.
And
I
one
know.
of the
I know
and
who does that.
who does that?
A man who's deeply, or maybe it's two things, RJ. It's either you're deeply in love or you're deeply stuck in the friend zone.
Or you're deeply in financial trouble. It's also a possibility.
Well, if you're in financial trouble, you might start loving people to get the money.
Yeah. But there was one particular call that I want to mention because they were saying, because where she lived, as I understand, you have the airport there in the vicinity, and they were saying, and there was another place, but one of the arguments was, and Fani didn't say it explicitly, but I think that's why they mentioned it. And the lawyer said as well, we know that there are two key points there in the same vicinity that Nathan Wade would have had to drive to, right? So the airport. So they didn't only look at the amount of times that he was in that cell phone range, but also how long he stayed there. And they concluded that Nathan Wade was there in 2021 about 35 times. And that was before the appointment. During one of the calls, or at least in one of the instances, they can see that Fani called Wade at 11:30 at night. That phone conversation lasted for about 40 minutes. And during those 40 minutes, the cell phone towers picked up Nathan Wade leaving his house, heading to Fani. So as he was driving, they were still talking.
I'm coming over. Get the warm it up for me, baby. I'm coming.
Start
Over.
pushing that,
Wait a
please. Start
second.
pushing that, please.
Wait a sec. I'm coming over. I almost forgot the over.
So when they got there, so and that's the instance that you mentioned, I believe, that when he got there, he stayed there and got back home, or at least at left or got back home at 4:30
AM.
a.m. And about 15 minutes later, he messaged Fani. Can you
Mm.
guys guess? Guys, can you guys guess what the message probably was? We don't know for certain, but I think we all know. We don't know for certain, but I think we can all guess.
Let me guess. I can guess. I'm wanna wrap you in my warm embrace.
That's not it.
Oh, okay.
It's probably got home safe, babe. That's the kind of text.
It was warm. Thank you for warming it up for me.
Hope the soreness passes, bluff. My God.
Jesus. Hey, this
So
is crazy,
it's
dude. If you think about this, I don't know. Is this perjury? But what has happened now is that the Fulton County DA's office rejected the claims of the data. So this is what CNN dropped on Friday or Saturday. It was, I think, the Saturday or Friday night. Lawyers representing the Fulton County District Attorney's Office are forcefully pushing back on the allegations of former President Trump's and his co-defendants that cell phone data suggests that the relationship between Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis and a top prosecutor in the Georgia election subversion case started prior to the time they both testified to last week, according to a court filing Friday evening. The DA's office, responding to an earlier motion filed by Trump's attorney in the case, said that the cited telephone records do not provide anything relevant and should be considered as evidence in proceedings to decide whether Willis should be disqualified. They say the records do nothing more than demonstrate that the special prosecutor Wade's telephone was located somewhere within the densely populated multiple mile radius where various residences, restaurants, bars, nightclubs, and other businesses are located. The prosecutor write in the Friday night filing, the records do not prove in any way the content of the communications between Special Prosecutor Wade and District Attorney Willis. They do not prove that Special Prosecutor Wade was ever at any particular location or address. They do not prove that the Special Prosecutor Wade and District Attorney Willis were ever in the same place during any of the times listed. The DA's office also urged that there is evidence showing Willis and Wade were not in the same place on the dates listed, including at work at Fulton County office and visiting, and in full capital letters, and visiting the 3 crime scenes where a mass deletion motivated by race and gender bias had taken place. Why did they have to put this there?
of course they did. Of course.
Wow.
Now this is just the color. Yeah. attack on a black woman. Y'all should be. I'm gonna keep quoting Tiffany Hainian. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. Y'all black. Y'all hating on a black woman. Yeah. Hey,
It's crazy.
I think it's looking bad for Fani. So whether or not she will step down herself, I don't think she will, because if she does, then it would be admitting